I'm about to go over 10 truths, as I like to call it, about having locks, and that nobody really addresses that much, because I see a lot of videos praising locks and locks are this and locks are that. But let's get into the ugly. That's what I want to get into. So let's get going. 1. Get prepared for some unraveling to happen. The unraveling alone can be such a headache. Once you see some locks are growing, thriving, getting longer, the one that's unraveling is just going to be more stagnant in its growth. So it's not going to be as long or catch up with the rest of your locks. So that's something to keep in mind. I've probably dealt with like 2 or 3 locks that was like this, and the only way that I could fix it was keep having to retwist it and retwist it and retwist it until it actually locked into place and was able to grow with the rest of my locks. 2 is frizziness overload. It could be spring, summer, winter, fall, whatever. Your locks is still going to be frizzy. If you're open to it, I would suggest finding a lock product or a hair product that will reduce the frizziness of your locks, like a good retwist gel for your retwist or even a good hair jam. Now, me personally, when I don't have my hair done, I like to have my hair up into a ponytail. That's like my signature go-to, me and a pony. So in order to reduce the frizz and lay my hair flat, I will normally use a hair jam, and that keeps my hair sleek and pretty and so nice. I do have a tutorial on it if you're interested. I'll have it linked down in the description box below if you want to check it out. 3, locks can collect a whole lot of lint. I personally never dealt with this because I wear a bonnet at night, and whenever I wash my hair, I always brush my locks and make sure my locks are like good, but this can happen if your locks are not properly cared for. 4, and I was almost a victim of this. I used to retwist my hair every month, and honestly, I didn't think that was an issue because that's like 12 retwists within a year, and I thought that retwisting my hair every month was just not that big of a deal, but it can be because it could thin out your locks, and I had to learn that, and I had to slow down. And this ties back into your locks falling out from being too weak at the root because of the constant retwisting is making your roots weak. Just to let my hair breathe and take a break, I retwist my hair every other month now. 5, this one shouldn't even be a shocker, but as you guys may know, most locks are not really acceptable in workplaces. Some workplaces or even social gatherings still hold a bias against locks, and I don't really get it. I mean, yeah, I don't get it. Locks are just hair. It's hair. Also, at the workplaces and social gatherings, just from having locks, you're just going to stand out because you don't fit that certain look that they're going for. So just be mindful of that. But if you want to have locks, get you some locks. If you don't want locks, don't get locks. 6, it could cost you a few $100s just to maintain your locks, especially if you don't know how to maintain it yourself. Paying someone else to retwist your hair or style it, wash it, whatever, just to maintain and care for your locks can cost you about $40 all the way up until $200, maybe more, because it all depends on a certain person rates. If you're able to care, wash, maintain, or style whatever your own locks, you're going to save so much money. And with me, I started my own locks. I wash it, I care, I maintain it, I grow it, all of it myself, and I do share that with you if you want to check out my lock playlist. But everything is up there for free. You want to learn, you want to care for your locks, whatever, it's there for you. 7, your locks can dry out and make it so easy for breakage to occur. And something I learned was that locks can actually dry out faster than loose hair would, mainly because your natural hair oils don't travel down your strands of hair as easily. So you have to be consistent with hydrating your locks. And I also just created a lock mist video. So what this is going to do is keep your hair hydrated. It also has all types of benefits, which I list and go over within the video. So if you're interested, I'll have a link down below so you can check it out. You can use it on starter locks, and it also has 2 ingredients. Number 8, during the starter phase, you cannot really style your locks. It's like extremely limited until your locks start to grow. Now with me, I did not like this phase, and I wanted to touch my locks so bad. I did not just like having my hair down because I'm just like, I want this stage to be over with, but I got through it. I left my hair alone. I didn't touch my hair, took my mind off of it, ignored it, and let it be. And that's hard, but I just let it be. When my locks matured, I was like, okay, now I can style my hair and do whatever I want to do with it with the length that I had, because I couldn't do every style. But I did what I could with what I had. Number 9, if you're doing the absolute most with just adding different products in your hair, you will have buildup, especially especially if you're not washing or maintaining your hair properly. Just be mindful of the amount of products that you put into your hair, whether that's sprays, jams, gels, edge controls, whatever, because that is going to be the main reason why your buildup occurs. And one more thing on this topic, once that dirt get trapped inside of your locks, it could be hard to remove, so keep that in mind. For this last one, you need to have some commitment and patience. Now, locks are a long-term hairstyle and they take time to mature, so you'll be in a so-called ugly phase for a good 2 months. And with that being said, you got to keep in mind, you cannot change your hair as easily as you can with loose hair. If you're the type of person who likes to get their hair done often or try different styles and do this to their hair and do that to your hair, well, locks is going to slow you down because it's a little bit different. You could still do braids over your locks, twists, wigs, whatever, but you still got to deal with your locks. Number 10 wasn't too much of an ugly truth, it was just more of a realization. But let's get into the reason why I love my locks and the enjoyment that I get from it. So before I got my locks, I was the type of person to just always switch my hairstyles every 2 weeks, and I did my own hair at that time too. And with that, I did not care for my natural hair. Like, the love for my natural hair was not there. It was permed, it was damaged. Oh my gosh. My natural hair was there, but I was not there for it. I'll just keep it as that. Once I did my big chop and seen my natural curls, I was like, I love my hair. But just having locks made me appreciate my hair in its natural state way more. I also love the fact with locks you could get so creative with hairstyles. I used to think having locks you're so limited and you can only do certain things with your hair, but that's not completely true. You can do so many different hairstyles and so many different looks, and I love them all. Also, and this is my favorite one, locks are so durable. They hold up well in different environments without needing constant restyling. And with me, I love working out, and just experiencing a workout with locks rather than a lace or braids just hits different for me. I don't have to worry about nothing lifting up or sweat just sitting in my braids because there's a bit more airflow with having locks. And lastly, I just love being a lock girly. Like, it's in my blood now. It's in my blood. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And with that being said, I'm gonna see you on my next one.